I was walking out of the grocery store last week and I had my cart. It was piled with food. I was so excited to get home. I couldn't wait. So as I'm leaving the grocery store, there's a small hill, a little decline. So I grab my cart, I give a couple hard pumps, and I jump on and I just zip down that hill right up to my car. I pop the trunk, start throwing the food in there. And as I'm doing this, a lady drives by and she rolls her window down, sticks her head out, and she gives me that finger wag and says, "Oh, you're too old for doing stuff like that." And I laughed and I said, oh no, you're never too old." And she gave me the thumbs up and went on her way. But that is what I wanted to speak to you about today, that we are not too old. Definitely not. There are so many activities that we previously did on a regular basis that we no longer even consider today. We're not even touching today. And in so many of those activities lie the key, they're gold, they're the key to our health and wellness, our quality of life as we get older and older. Those activities hold that key. And specifically, what I am alluding to are those activities that require us to move with speed, to move with quickness and velocity. Speed is so critical for us as we get older and older. Now, let's face it, let's be honest here, reality check. We are never going to be that 18, 19-year-old version of ourselves when we're 75 and 80. We're not going to be able to move like that. We're not going to have that speed and strength. It's just not going to be there. But, and this is a very crucial point, we can slow that loss down. The extent of that loss, we can slowly, through exercises and training, we can slow that loss down as we get older. And that's what we really need to do as active seniors. And again, I'm alluding to speed because it is so critical for us to be able to move with speed as we get older. And just, you can think of it almost like a vital sign, like when we monitor our blood pressure, and that gives us a good indication of our health and wellness. Speed should be a vital sign. The ability to move with speed should be a vital sign. And even in fact, in physical therapy, we have a tool, an assessment. We call it the TUG test. TUG, timed up and go. And what we do is we have someone sit in a chair and we tell them, get up and walk around this cone that's about 10 feet away, walk around and come back and sit down. Do it as fast as you can, but safely. And we time them and we get a baseline number and say they did it in 10 seconds. And then maybe 4 or 5 months later, we do it again. We check them again. We time them on the tug. And now it takes them 14 seconds. That's giving us a lot of vital feedback that's very critical. That's telling us that this person is losing speed, and that's an indication that their quality of life is going to start to plummet. They're going to lose so many abilities. Their independence as they get older, their loss of speed is telling us that. And it's not only a test of our physical ability, but also cognitively, our mental ability. It tells us a lot if we're losing speed. So yes, speed, think of it like a vital sign. It's that important for us. And what I am suggesting is that if you are an active senior, you're in reasonably good health, you're not in any pain, you do not have any medical contraindications to exercise, that I'm urging you, I'm pleading you that you should start exercising, you should start straining with speed in mind, having a speed component, a mode of speed in your workout. And specifically, the ideal exercise for an active senior, yes, is running hard to the point of sprinting. Yes, sprinting. I said it. Active seniors, we should be able to get to that point where we can sprint again. And I know many of us probably have not sprinted in years, could be decades. It It could be since Ronald Reagan was president, the Reagan years was the last time you sprinted. But even so, you can still work. You can progress to the point where you can start to sprint again and do it safely. Now, again, I'm not telling you to run out right now, jump out there and start sprinting around your neighborhood. No, please do not do that. You think I'm a lunatic. You're going to blow your knee out, right? The first 20 yards. No sprinting. It's a process. Again, you can do this safely. You can do this safely. A great way to start, there's many methods, some better than others, but something you can start today. Again, if you're healthy, you can just start going out maybe 3 or 4 times a week, walking a mile. Walk a mile. Do this for 3 or 4 weeks. After 3 or 4 weeks, I want you to start to plug in 20 to 30 second intervals within that mile distance where you're increasing your walking speed. 20 to 30 seconds, stop, take a minute or two, recover, do another 20 or 30 seconds. Do this over time, another 3 or 4 weeks. Let your body adapt to the demands of this. Tissue tolerance. We want you to do this safely again. 3 or 4 weeks, 20, 30 second intervals, incrementally, gradually start to increase your speed. Again, time is our ally. We want to do this safely. 3 or 4 more weeks, again, this is over a mile, 20 to 30 second intervals. See if you can start to run a little bit for those 20 to 30 seconds. 3 or 4 more weeks later, start to run harder. I think you get my point. This has to be done over a long duration of time, again, because we do not want an injury. We cannot have any injuries. Please take your time with this. Gradually, 3 or 4 weeks at a time, increase your speed, 20 to 30 second intervals. And yes, you can get back, relatively speaking, at any age you are at, to running hard again, to sprinting again. And as I keep stating, this is the ideal, this is the ultimate exercise, because when you run hard, when you sprint, you are demanded, you are required to have maximum strength and speed combined. Strength and speed, the two areas of active seniors that we need most. That is going to be our lifeline as we get older. Strength and speed combined, that equals power. And able to do that, you have to engage, you have to stimulate type 2 fast twitch muscle fibers. That is going to allow us to keep maintaining the ability to produce power as we get older and older. Start sprinting. Go through that process I spoke about. It will make all the difference in your life. I implore you, as you get older, this will make such a significant difference in your life. All right. Thanks so much for watching. I am going to sprint to the refrigerator now. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.